Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. We're back today with the color along I'm currently doing in Maria Trolle's Botanicum. It started out with a fur tutorial and now we are coloring all of the flowers on the page. In the last video I colored the calendula, I think I'm saying that correctly, but it was the big beautiful flower that was front and center in the bottom of the page. And we colored it in beautiful shades of oranges and yellows, and I love the way that it turned out. But in that video, I was not able to finish it because the video had gone on so long, and since I would like everybody to see every part of this color along, I am going to finish coloring all the rest of those flowers in this video. Portions of the video I will add a little bit of commentary, but for the most part, this video will be set to music. To see the full detailed tutorial on how I colored these flowers, you can check out the video prior to this one. I will link that in the upper right hand corner. If you check the description box down below, you will find everything there that you see me using in this video, as well as links to my email list, my Facebook group, my Etsy shop, and my Patreon if you would like to support me there. I also now have channel membership. You can find more information out about that by clicking the join button down below the video. So initially here I'm laying a base layer of canary yellow, and then I am coming back with yellowed orange and just shading in some of the tips on the flowers, and then I'm going over that with orange. I'm just working on getting my first few layers down here, and then I come back with yellowed orange and I add in some of that, and to add in a little bit of depth and dimension, I am adding in some pumpkin orange here on the edges, and I'm trying to make the flower look different on all sides, and I'm trying to make it look different than that one that is right there front and center, so that when I'm done coloring all of these flowers, they all look a little bit different from one another. I decided to grab the light umber to add quite a bit more depth and dimension. When I'm using the light umber, I am going very, very lightly because I don't want it to look brown. I am only using it to add quite a bit more depth, and I'm blending it with the pumpkin orange and the orange. I am alternating all of the colors that I'm using. I am also using sunburst yellow. I'm mixing the sunburst yellow with the yellowed orange and sort of alternating those two as I go back and forth. Then I'm just going to continue to alternate all of the colors, adding the lightest colors where I want the brightest areas of the flower, and the darkest colors where I want to add quite a bit more depth and dimension. For the center of the flower, I am alternating pumpkin orange and light umber, and then just to give it a little bit of a pop, I'm adding a little bit of canary yellow in there as well. I decided that my flower needed a little bit more brightness, so I grabbed my white Posca and just added some highlights in and around the flower. Then I decided to go back to the original flower that we colored in the last video and add a little bit of white to that one as well. Now I'm adding some color to this flower here at the top, and it is facing a different direction and it is not fully bloomed yet. So I thought that I would come in and do this one a little bit differently. What I was trying to do here is to add more of the brightness to the tips of the flower so that the petals that are actually laying up against the bunny really pop and stand out. I am using all the same colors that I used in the previous flower, adding the lightest colors where I want them, mainly at the tips, and then using the darker colors to add the depth and dimension that I need. I decide to grab my yellow Posca and add a few more highlights to my flower. This Posca is actually one of my favorites. I use it all the time. I love how these flowers look with a little bit of white Posca and the yellow Posca. It really makes them pop all that much more. Now I'm finishing off the very last flower, and I'm using all the same colors as I did with the previous flowers, making it look a little bit different than the others did. I really wanted all of these flowers to have their darker shades and their lighter shades in different places and on different sides in each one of the flowers so that none of them looked exactly the same. This video is more so a shortened tutorial for these flowers. If you would like to see the full step-by-step tutorial, I will have the video previous to this one linked in the upper right-hand corner. In that video, I show you the Google image that I used to choose the colors for these flowers, and I go through the whole process and show you exactly how I did that. The entire playlist for this color along will be in the description box below. The first video in this color along started with the fur tutorial for the bunny, and now we're just continuing coloring all of the flowers. Watching my videos for quite some time, you probably know that this video is a little bit different than most of my other videos. I decided to try it this way so that y'all could get every single part of the color along. As you probably know, I don't do a lot of color alongs on my channel. A lot of what you see on my channel is step-by-step tutorials, tips and tricks, and pencil reviews. Please let me know in the comments below if you like this sort of video. I feel like videos like this are really relaxing to sit and color along with. Even if you're not following along with the same page that I'm coloring, I find that it's really relaxing to just sit and watch. And it sort of feels like you have somebody to sit and color with. I just need to finish up this last little leaf here, and as in the previous video, I'm using the same colors. I'm using dark green, apple green, chartreuse, and a little bit of deco yellow. So our flowers are done, and I hope y'all enjoyed seeing these beautiful flowers come together. In the next video, we will continue with this color along. We will be finishing off the bigger leaves for the flowers towards the top of the page that I forgot to finish. And then in another video, we will continue with the flowers. I believe we have 3 more types of flowers on this page to color. And again, we are going to be using the index of the book to look up what kind of flowers they are, and then I am going to color them as I would see them in real life. If you're following along with this color along, I would love to see what you've created. You can share any of your colored pages in my Facebook group. Feel free to tag me so that I see it. Everything that you've seen me use in this video will be in the description box below, as well as the playlist for this color along from the first video up until the point that we're at now. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coloring. Bye.